I go over to the guards. I'm like, all right, guards, I need you to get a badge for this guy right here. He'll eventually need to get back here again for me for important matters. I have him on a task with another guy.
Make a deception check with advantage because you do look like Octo.
I get advantage anyways because of the actor feat.
Yes.
Okay. First one's 14. All right, so 14 plus that's a deception, right?
Deception, yes.
That's a dirty 20.
All right. So they get a little confused, but they kind of shrug and say, "Whatever you say, boss." And they grab one of the badges and they toss it to Xhan.
And I
And
pocket it.
and you see it's like this tiny little bronze badge, nothing special. It's got like some. What languages do you both speak?
Ooh,
I don't speak many. I only speak two.
not many. Yeah.
Undercarmen.
Okay.
Hold on. Trying to find it.
But
Common and Draconic.
Yeah. So it's in a language you both don't recognize.
so quickly enough, Logan, did he give me also a badge for the other person
So you
that I
can't-
said?
In this, you can't. If you don't recognize a language, you can't distinguish what type of language it would be. Like it doesn't. It's not apparent enough, or is it?
I
We just
use
can't read it.
It's
I
go
don't
at-
know how it works exactly.
I literally poke at the back of I poke a finger at my head, and I'm like, okay, time to read this, and I use comprehend languages.
so to answer your question, Miney, it kind of depends on the DM. For me,
Okay.
it's kind of like if you don't know the language at all, you wouldn't recognize it. But you
Okay,
can
so-
research easily if you have it in your
If I have
hand.
a book and I'm looking, and
Yeah,
like,
you can.
okay.
Yeah, you can
So I
decipher
have
it.
the tools to determine what type of language
Yeah.
it is. Okay.
It's there are some
Unless I've
languages.
had experience with it before or stuff.
Exactly.
Like,
Like for this one, if you don't know what it is, but you figure out what it is, the next time you
Mhm.
see it, you could recognize it.
that. Okay.
All right, so Logan, with comprehend languages, I
Yes.
can understand what I'm touching. Right here, I can read it.
Okay. Um. Easily enough with that spell. It basically just says, security pass pearl. That's all it says, and it just has like it's a bronze badge, and in the center is like not a real pearl, but like a faux pearl that just sets into the center, and it says
Speaking of which, did the guard give us two?
he
Like,
gave you
one
two.
for,
Yeah, you said for him and his companion. So he tossed
Yeah.
one to Xhan, and he tosses one to Xhan, and then he gingerly hands one to you.
All right. I go ahead and look at the guards. I give them a big smile on my face, and I say, I appreciate you guys. And I hand them each a gold. I don't know how many are.
There's
are
4,
there.
so that's only 4 gold.
There's 4. Okay. Yeah, I hand them each a gold.
All right. They thank you, sir. This is unexpected.
You deserve it. Everything you do for us. I appreciate it all.
All right.
And I gingerly walk away with my associate.
Okay. You guys head back to the exit.
Eva, you. I wanted to go check out his house real quick. I just wanted to window peek real quick, if that was okay.
Well, you would have. It's a fenced-in yard, and the guards took position, so you might have to
Oh,
sneak
so
in.
I'd have to deal with guards and stuff.
Yeah, it's not like
And there's no easy way to like just come and look through a window.
No,
I don't
it's
see anything.
It's like
Okay.
there's a fence maybe like 20 or 30 feet away from the entrance.
So
and
my
if-
character would kind of just recognize that and be like, "This is
yeah,
a window
you
time,"
easily enough you'd
and-
get the idea
yeah.
that it probably wouldn't be the best idea. If you got caught, who knows what could happen.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
All right. So you both exit the Pearl. The guards pay you no
Yes.
mind. They just open the door and allow you through.
I
And
just give him
I
a
lo-
yo, we're out, peace.
they kind of like
And
okay.
I politely look at them both. I'm like, thank you for all you've done.
They
I
like
nod and I walk away.
they bow. But you guys are back into the main section of the city. You both have enough gold to get supplies. Octo did recommend rations and bed rolls because he said down there it's not like a city. It's like a giant a giant yeah, a plant, but not in the sense of like a living plant, but like a work
Power
plant.
plant.
A power plant,
Power.
yeah.
I got you.
So it's and since the Warforged don't need to sleep, they don't have like taverns and stuff. They just have like designated power down areas.
All right. So, we're going to that place, the Harpy, right? That was the place that you
Yeah.
suggested.
You were.
All right.
They did say that Pockets the Kobold, the one with the maps, was staying at the Happy Harpy Tavern on the east side of the city. So you both started heading that direction. If you'd like, you can both make investigation checks to see how easy it is to find.
I will assist him as
What are we
I
looking
am.
for? Sorry.
The Happy Harpy Tavern.
And that's where we met him, or?
No, that's where you're meeting the guy who's going to sell you a map.
Oh, okay.
I will
What do you
assist.
need? I need a roll too?
In investigation, you can if you'd like.
Oh, okay. Can I just
Oh.
give him advantage or something?
Say again. You kind of broke up.
Can I give him advantage and just
Yeah, you can just
assist
give him advantage.
Okay. All right. Oof. Okay, so it's 11 plus 3, so 14.
14. Easy enough.
Yeah.
You like ask the proper people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's just down the street," and they gesture you, and you eventually see a smaller compared to the Emerald Shore, but still, big for a tavern. It's got 2 stories. You see on the front is a large sculpture of a harpy, with the words "Happy Harpy" engraved
Yeah.
underneath it, and in each wing she's holding a mug of ale. But you both enter. It's a very, a common sight. The common senses, smells of food, smells of beer. But immediately you're greeted with a younger sea elf woman standing behind the counter, or not a counter, standing behind the little desk where you come to check in, and she's kind of like half asleep, just kind of like leaning on her arm.
I tapped the table, looking like Octo.
You see her kind of like, oh shit, and she like realizes people are here, and she's like, welcome to the Happy Harpy Tavern. Are you here for food or are you here for a place to roost? And she like kind of goes into this like, almost like rehearsed dialogue.
Now that's a question to ask. We're looking for a guy named Pockets.
You see her kind of like relaxed. She goes, Pockets? And she like gestures, and she goes, he's in that booth. And you look over and you see a small, larger booth occupied by one little red kobold, surrounded by papers and maps. The table is just full of them. The booth is like, half of it's just full of his stuff, and he's just sitting there scribbling on a large piece of paper.
All right. Thank you very much for all your pleasure.
Just don't make any messes, please. He's already hard enough to keep in line as it is.
Will do, ma'am.
All right. You both go over to him?
As she turns away, I start to change into her appearance and start walking towards the kobold.
All right. You doing this stealthily, or do you not like care if she sees?
I don't care if she sees, but it's the fact I'm just doing it as she's turning away.
Okay, she like goes back to like look at her papers, and she looks up and like sees you walk by as her, and like she shakes her head and like slaps herself, and she's still just like staring like, what the hell?
And with a masculine voice, I just say, "Don't worry about it."
She looks a little off-put. Make an intimidation check.
Okay. That's 15 plus intimidation plus 4, so 19.
19. She looks incredibly uncomfortable. She's like wide-eyed, like, what am I looking at? And she kind of like looks around the room just to validate that she's still like sane.
And as she turns around, I change my appearance again into just back to Octo.
All right, she like looks back, sees that you're back to normal, and she like shakes her head like, and you hear her mumble under her breath. She's like, I need some sleep.